Welcome to my madness, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be taking a look at this knockoff Sentinel Miles Morales Spider-Man. This, of course, is from Across the Spiderverse, I think. That's the second one, right? This is his costume from Across the Spiderverse, where he's a little bit bigger and got a little bit more modern costume as opposed to in the first movie. And real quick, I want to show you what accessories this dude comes with. Now, he does come with a stand, as per usual. All these figures do come with a stand. He also comes with a couple extra Miles Morales heads. He comes with a couple extra eyes that you can pop on the mask. He's got an extra neck piece for when you use the Miles Morales head. He's got 4 extra sets of hands, 3 web effects. So a decent amount of accessories for this dude. And once again, when I get these guys in, I usually like to sit there and play around with them for, a week or so or however long. And I've had this guy for a little over a week. And I gotta say, I really like this dude. In fact, the only thing I found on him at this point that I don't like is really more of a design thing than it is, quality control or anything else like that. And that is just the ridiculously tiny feet that this dude has. And while he's not a very heavy figure, it still takes a little balancing here and there to make sure he stands up just right without falling over, because he suffers from the same thing a lot of the female Marvel Legends figures suffer from, which is just when they have really tiny feet, sometimes they don't always want to stand up just right. They tend to topple over, but it goes with the aesthetic of this figure. And as far as the sculpt itself goes, I think he looks absolutely fantastic. Everything's done beautifully well. I mean, the logo on the front and the back look great. The head sculpt looks great. The stripes on the legs, the variation from the darker blue to the black. You've also got that darker blue, kind of a metallic blue there on the arms and legs. His articulation is absolutely phenomenal as far as the poses and stuff that you can get this guy into. I mean, it looks absolutely great. Like whatever pose you want to get this dude into, you can absolutely do it. And like I said, I've been sitting there playing with him for a little over a week, and like nothing's happened as far as, having any joints pop or anything coming apart or whatever it might be. It's just held up really well. And I mean, good Lord, I mean, for what I paid for this thing, which we'll talk about here in just a little bit, I am very happy and very impressed with this dude as far as, picking him up. I mean, really I am. And I want to do some comparisons here just to kind of show you. Now, this is the one that I picked up, I don't know, a month ago or so. I can't even remember when I picked it up. But this is also a knockoff from the first movie, Into the Spider-Verse, of Miles Morales from the first movie, when it's a little bit smaller. And this figure is a lot smaller than this one, even though from movie to movie he's not supposed to have grown that much. There's a huge difference between these two. And if you can see there in the background the difference between first movie, second movie, you can see there's a lot less of a difference in the Marvel Legends scale. I mean, the Miles from the second movie is a little bit bigger. Actually, I'm kind of hiding him back behind there. He is a little bit bigger than this guy over here, but not a lot, just a slight bit bigger. And one of the things that kind of amazed me is when you got these figures lined up, when you're comparing this figure to this figure here, which are supposed to be the same character from the same movie, this dude is tiny compared to him. But when you compare these two right here, which are supposed to be from the same movie, the knockoff's actually just a little bit taller. And they're about the same size as far as bulk. Although the Marvel Legend does have slightly bigger feet, which does make it stand up a little bit easier. But size-wise, I mean, they fall right in line with each other as far as I'm concerned. And in fact, if I had a choice between these two figures right here, I like the knockoff Sentinel better than I like the Marvel Legend. And I do like this figure. I think it's a great little fun figure, but I'm digging this Sentinel knockoff quite a bit. And then if we do a comparison to the Marvel Legends Spider-Gwen there, I think they look absolutely perfect together. Looks fantastic. And then, of course, let's throw in Spider-Man 2099 with all of them. And he's just big and hulking, as he should be, behind Miles. But not too big, whereas, of course, compared to this figure, this right here looks like a 12-year-old child instead of a 16, 17-year-old teenager. This looks a lot better. So I've been very impressed with this figure. In fact, I like this figure a lot better than I like this one. And I do like this one. It's a fun little knockoff. And it was a little bit cheaper, which you'll see when I talk about price, because I paid, I think, $15 for that Across the Spider-Verse, or excuse me, Into the Spider-Verse knockoff that we have here. This one cost me $20. I think it was like $20.46 or something like that. Again, free shipping. I always take advantage of free shipping on places like AliExpress and Temu. Got this one at AliExpress for $20 and some change, free shipping to my door. Did take almost a month to get here on the literal slow boat from China. But for the price, again, this figure here was cheaper than that Marvel Legends version back there. And as far as I'm concerned, this is a much better figure. I like this better than I like that one. And after playing around with it for a week and not having any issues with it whatsoever, no QC issues, nothing across the board with it, very, very happy. And I could easily recommend picking up this Sentinel knockoff ahead of picking up an actual Marvel Legends back there. Because as I've said before, guys, I don't care about brand name when it comes to my action figures. I just want cool representations of the characters. And this is most definitely a very cool representation of the character and very, very affordable. So that is pretty much it, guys. Would love to hear what you guys think in the comment section down below. Let me know. Played around with any of these knockoffs, you know, and if you have, what do you think of them? But thank you guys for watching as always, and always remember to enjoy your collection.